God morning and good morning. Welcome to Talking Cancer, My Journey, My Way. I am your host, Luis Lopez. Thank God for the wake up. Thank God for the wake up. Thank God for the wake up. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. Please, take a moment to like, follow, share, or subscribe. Um, that would be awesome. Again, thank you for, everyone across the world that are listening. Um, truly grateful for the platform, for the opportunity, for for even for even just having words every day to bring you. I pray that God keeps me motivated to continue to bring you awareness, continue to push the issue, continue to break down the uncomfortability of talking about colorectal cancer, and bringing me to people that would love to just share their story, people that are willing to become advocates um, and just willing to help. You know, um, what will we talk about signs, we talk about symptoms and things like that, and what to do. But how do you get somebody that is now at the age of 45, and how do you get them to go or suggest to them to go get colorectal screening? How do you talk them into that? How do you bring up the topic? Well, I don't know if there's any nice and good way to really talk about it, but if you're gonna talk about it, you come from you come from a genuine place of caring, caring about the person that you're talking to. Um, Letting them know, like, hey, we, you know, definitely think about getting checked. We definitely want to have you around. Let them know how deeply concerned they are, not because they might be sick, but just to even get that thought process out the way. You know what I mean? That because the truth of the matter is, we got a lot of people in the United States, and you know even though 100,000, 150,000 people being diagnosed this year is a big number, it's nothing compared to the amount of people that are in the United States now. So, their you know, percentages are good that they'll come out with nothing. But, to even get that conversation started, I think that's probably the biggest key. And like I said, come from a place of just being just caring. You have to definitely want to show some sort of feeling when talking about that. Um, you know, and if you do or are concerned of someone, needing to go get one done, like I said, you don't have to go get a colonoscopy. You can start off with just a stool sample. that's more comfortable for you. You know, if you are going to bring it up, do a little bit of homework, find out what it entails. You know, find out, how big the camera is. What do they have to do? What do they have to drink in order to do a colonoscopy? Does it hurt? No, it doesn't. I think that's one of those stereotypes that you know you know as for me as a man, thinking about that, in the conversation, has it ever come up? I believe it probably has come up, not very often, you know. Um, but then again, I also speak to you guys about being medically naive, and even though the words around, hey, Cole, when you're 50, you got to have a colonoscopy, da 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 da. Age is now 45, by the way, but when I was, before, it was 50. Um, so these words were spoken, but being medically naive, I didn't understand the importance of a colonoscopy. The only thing that ever comes out is like, hey, you about to turn 50, man, you gotta get that colonoscopy. And that's about it. Nobody ever talks about the reasoning behind it. And I think, but as a man, I sit here and I remember, nah, that thing's only for exits. Talk like that. Nah, there ain't nothing goes in. It's only for coming out. So we have this a macho reputation to uphold. When the truth of the matter is, after having one done, it's not bad. I think the worst part for me during this whole thing was actually, two parts. One, when the mass was huge. When the mass that they found was like almost like about the size of a tennis ball, blocking me from going to the bathroom. So when I did go to the restroom, my goodness, that hurt so bad. So bad. So that was number one. The second part that hurt a lot was when I was doing the radiation. Not the radiation itself, per se. More the radiation maybe towards the end, because, you're burning the tissue down there. But it was the exams, the doctor's exams, where, they'll put the glove on, blah, 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 But, you're pretty much raw down there, and, they're trying to feel to see if they feel anything. For me, because it was so close to the rectum, the right where the colon and the rectum connect, they could simply just feel. And that part hurt. That part hurt a lot. A lot. Did I feel violated? I sure damn did. But a lot of the radiation worked. But that again, we go back to, how do you bring it up? I think really you just need to talk about it. But talk about it because you're caring about the person that you're talking to. It's nothing, just to get it out the way. Worst case scenario, hey, you got something, but maybe you caught it early. And not only that, but I think sometimes, for the person receiving the colonoscopy, sometimes that admitting that you haven't been truthful maybe to yourself, about how you feel, what's been going on with your body, addressing those issues. I think sometimes that could play a big part of why someone is being reluctant to go and test. But like I said, I think a lot of it is because a lot of people don't understand what the purpose is for a colonoscopy. I mean, I didn't. I didn't know, honestly. I could tell you that right now, I did not know a colonoscopy was to check for cancer. You know, call it what you want, but that's just the simple truth. I did not know. And now here I am, you know, dealing with this. You know, I am in a good place. I am in a good place mentally. But at the same time, I feel it's my duty to raise awareness. Hence, the reason for this podcast. Just doing what I can. You know, little old me trying to push the issue. You know. And I'm grateful just organically, for me, doing my own advertisements and things like that or whatever. I'm thankful that I'm reaching people across the world. I sit here and I think like, wow, like there's actually people all over the world that want to listen to me. So just opening this platform, maybe they're listening to me because, they're just curious. Hey, talking cancer, what is that? Or maybe they're going through something. Maybe they're just looking for words of encouragement. We could beat this. We could definitely beat this. But it always starts with your mind state. So, I mean, I say people around the world and how thankful I am because I would never have thought that having this podcast and this platform and technology, see, that just goes to tell you that, I don't think like that. Even though I think broadly, I didn't even think. I'm just thinking about, hey, my local community and things like that, and getting these things out to just the people in the United States. But no. Let me run down the list of countries that are listening. And I'm like, wow, I'm actually reaching these people. Philippines, Ireland, United Kingdom, Mexico, Canada, Australia, Germany, Colombia, Saudi Arabia, Denmark, France, Nigeria, South Africa, and Taiwan. The fact that I'm able to reach somebody somewhere in some country, in some neighborhood, no matter where it is, to bring this awareness is okay with me. And the person listening don't know me most of the time, or at least I don't know nobody in Taiwan. I can tell you that for sure. Or in Nigeria. But they're taking the time to listen, and maybe doing something about getting checked. Maybe they're already diagnosed and they're, looking at their mindset, things of that nature, and readjusting their frame of thinking, because being diagnosed with cancer doesn't mean to stop living. Being diagnosed with cancer means to start living. If you haven't done so yet, start living. Start caring about the people around you. Love who you are. Continue to just fight. Continue to be great. Continue to show love to your fellow human being or things around you. And don't be afraid to talk about your situation. Somebody needs to hear it. I know it's not easy. I know. I speak to you because I am living with it and dealing with it and have changed my whole world around because of it. The way I eat, the way I think, the way I meditate, the way I address people, just being grateful and thankful every day. And you know what? It's a trip because, my wife hit me up the other day and asked me, babe, your 50th birthday's coming up. What do you want to do? You know what? And I didn't have an answer. Not because I think that I'm not going to be here. It has nothing to do with that. My mind ain't even there. I believe I'm not going anywhere. That's my mind state. But I'm just so grateful for every day that it's a celebration every day. You know what I mean? Like, reaching the number 50 doesn't, I don't know. I don't have to have a huge celebration, a party. I mean, is it nice? Yeah, probably. But my mind isn't even there because I'm focused on right now. I'm focused on the opportunity of breathing right now and the impact that I could have on with the journey that I'm on. That's just where I'm at. And when those days come, they come. Because every day for me, in this moment in my life, is a celebration. It's a great day. It's a thankful day. Thank God for the wake up. Speak to somebody. If you know somebody that's out there that's and they're 45 and they haven't gotten a screening, hey, talk to them. It's really important that they get checked and figure out whether or not they got this deadly disease so they could do something about it. So you don't go in blindly. So you don't go in at stage 3 or 4 like I did. You don't want to wait so long. And if you're a person listening to me and you have symptoms abdominal pain, rectal pain, rectal pain, rectal bleeding, fatigue, all of these things, and you feel like, man, something's wrong, but I just don't, it's embarrassing, or you know what? It's okay. It's okay to be embarrassed. I know. But it's better to address it than not address it at all. Because believe me, that pain, when the mass gets too big and you can't go to the restroom, is some of the worst pain I've ever felt. Horrible, horrible, horrible. So please, take a moment, set up an appointment, and talk to your doctor. Catch this thing before it catches you, and put up a damn good fight. It doesn't have to be chemo. It doesn't have to be. The fight is in your mind. Because you go through these stages, the why me, asking all these questions, and you're depressed, and you think about life, and what the future looks like without you, and all of these things. When the truth of the matter is, we're wasting our time thinking about that and allowing our imagination to look ahead in a negative manner when you have the moment to look forward to. That's my time. Don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe, whatever it is that you do. The love is truly, truly appreciated. I appreciate you for listening and taking a moment out of your day to listen. I'm out. Peace, love, one.